I tend to omit the articles like the and a in my game titles, so like I posted as Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, not the Link to the Past. Oh, that's a bummer, Aki. I remember the music in this game being pretty sweet. Play it back to back. Oh, one of these days we'll get a capture card that can... I guess you can... Stream video for someone who hasn't connected, but install days would be very low. Game. Mic audio is really low. Does that help at all, Yukupo? Thank you for the heads up.
Great Commander. This way.
It was much further from my face to keep Ben from rubbing his face on it.
So, this is her.
Yeah, so the chiptunes I wrote a while ago, 2 years ago. If I write another one, it'll probably be like while I'm traveling somewhere. Best time for me to sit on my phone and crank one out. I could try doing a town theme.
Indeed. Put her in custody. Is this really necessary?
It is His Majesty, Emperor Dole's command to take that girl into custody.
Who is she?
That dude's
is
armor
not
design.
your concern.
And this game has timed attacks in combat like Mario RPG-ish, yeah? Or more like the press the R1 button with Squall in Final Fantasy VIII. I might need to watch it on the TV. Like right now I'm watching it in the OBS preview window, which has like a 4-frame delay. It's usually good enough for an RPG. The Legend of Dragoon has some kick-ass music. Even though I didn't play it at length, I've heard the soundtrack many times on Brainwave, the video game music radio station. This is a first-party Sony RPG, right? Green-tusked dragon, Fairburn. Recognize that dragon name. Ah, no, this game uses X to confirm. Video games. Serdian War. Good night, Endless Supra. Thanks for hanging out. Send you that driver. Was it the first and last Sony RPG? Or was it just the, or was there another one before this one? This one's the PS1. Chance of War, more likely. Remember when I played this, I thought that Dart's sprite looked pretty decent. Or his model, I should say. This is a pretty late PS1 release game too, right? One of my favorite pre-rendered backgrounds. I love pre-rendered backgrounds in these sorts of games. Every map you visit is a painting. Who are you? Mercenary of Basil? Okay, I'm drawing a sword against you. a dragon. Instant Dragoon. Monster type thing. I'm not hitting it. What a monster. Alright. Saving my booty butts. Could use Dragoon unironically. To the name of a character, or is there like a dragon called Dragoon? Dragoon for me is a homestar runner thing. It's a dragon. Dragon? Are you a dragoon? I like the whole notion that because of Final Fantasy, like for whatever reason in Final Fantasy, dragoons jump. I guess you can kind of argue that they jump on the backs of enemies. Yeah, it's from the Trogdor Strong Bad email. Celis. Other more different Celis. Kami. The monster he created. Did you get any of the upgrades that give you more cookies per click? Those ones are pretty good. There's a couple that like multiply on top of each other. They give these like stacking multiplicative bonuses where like you get more cookies per click times the number of like grannies that you have. Times the number of your other upgrades you have and so on. Wait till you get to the cookie clicker endgame. There's robust endgame content. Apex cookie clicker update is soon. We thought it was going to be at the end of December, but the developer is classically late. There's a post on the Cookie Clicker subreddit about it, which if you haven't beaten Cookie Clicker yet, I recommend you do not read. Big part of enjoying Cookie Clicker is playing it for the first time. But I was talking about the new update and how I'm probably going to have to stop streaming and just do nothing but Cookie Clicker and when the update comes out. Or just exclusively stream Cookie Clicker. I like the art in the menu in this game. Again, very clean, very polished. Probably a result of this being a fairly late PS1 release. Sony especially had a sense of what worked and what didn't work. Double slash, okay. Nice. So we have multiple party members later, I assume. Vibrate on. Morph, I think that's like this game's equivalent of a summon animation, I would guess. I'm a sucker for a clean-looking menu. A big part of the thing that kept me going in the first few hours of Final Fantasy XIV, which are a little slow. Like, the game starts to get good when you get to the first dungeon, but just the very clean UI and setup of it felt very polished. Okay, our first battle here. Oh, wait. Mercenary is an interesting job for the protagonist. One of those things that it almost makes more sense in like a Dungeons and Dragons setting where you need to set your character up to, or your characters up to make lots of different decisions in different directions, but on like a pre-generated track it seems to have a pretty common protagonist backstory. Yes! Is that the square button that I'm pressing when it fills in there? I gotta watch the TV to do Yeah, let's replace the whole... I guess it is the X button. I see it now in the bottom right corner. My camera's blocking. Cookie Clicker streams will probably increase significantly when the update comes out. Which will probably be within a couple months. There we go. Alright, double slash. Definitely precise enough that I cannot do that from the OBS preview window. I have to do that from the TV. But it's also large enough on the screen that I don't need my glasses to see it. Four frames is precise enough. Same with like Super Mario RPG. When Andrew and I move, I'm going to try to position the TV in a more convenient location, or just get a monitor for the game consoles that's like right next to my computer monitor. What about the troops? At home, I just set up my streaming thing in the living room, but it's like 20 feet away from the TV. Come back here. Yes. Mm-hmm. I lost my train of thought, as this is our way as streamers. I believe that when you do the 100 super jumps, each time you super jump, the frame, like the forgiveness window, decreases by some number of frames until you have to be frame perfect. So 4 would be too many, unless if it's a consistent 4 frames and you can like adjust for it. Did I just save? Alright. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Which one of these is which? Okay. Oh, better not be full. I think Andrew just added a save on there for Crash Team Racing. I guess I can make another one. Yep. Crash Team Racing. Okay, hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Aha! I have to remember that's Andrea's file when we come back to Legend of Dragoon. This game is, in fact, on the voting spreadsheet at vote.marstead.com. If you enjoyed this game and would like to see a full playthrough of it, you can vote for it. The command is something. Game 23, exclamation point game 23. It's actually currently doing pretty well in the voting. It's like in the top 6 or so, 97 votes. Games, there you go, Knight. This is Knight's sub game. Thank you again for subscribing, Knight. It's good to have you. Excited to be playing through this game for the first time. Really like the style of it. It withstands, you know, it stands the test of time without nostalgia, mostly because it's a fairly late PS1 game. It's only a flesh wound. That sounds correct, Cucumber. I've done the 100 super jumps a couple times. What, because of the dread that doesn't come along? Like, ooh, Bastion. Is there any other games on there that would bring me dread if someone voted for it? I don't think so. Dead Space is going to happen really soon, though. I don't think we're going to beat Phoenix Wright this week, but we'll probably beat it next week. And then I get a week of vacation to steel myself, and when we come back, I think it's going to be right on the schedule after that. Goal is play every awesome game ever made, and not just every awesome game and genre that I'm good at. Survival horror, I'm neither good at or able to tolerate easily. Fasting a private is no reason to be confident. Where did you take Shauna? Shauna! Don't worry about that. You must be receiving specifically invited only that woman. Kill all these people just to get Shauna. Marmulana. It's a Metroidvania, yeah? If you would like to vote for a game, and you haven't yet, you can check your sphere point total. Command is !SP. You earn sphere points for every 5 minutes you spend in chat while the stream is live. You get some bonuses if you're a follower, and if you subscribe to that on Patreon. Use those commands to vote. Fully intend to play every game on that spreadsheet eventually, and I'm going to have to get used to that timing. A bit more precise than I thought I would. Just a question of how soon we get to it. And we don't ever wipe out the vote totals on there, so if Dead Space wins, the next game, Shenmue, will keep its 135 votes and will likely be the next game after that. Yes! I think I have to press it a little bit earlier than it looks like. I scared him he had to run away. Interesting. Yes! Double! Yeah, it's earlier than it looks. It's interesting. Awfully cheeky of me, huh? Here! Now, I don't know if there's Mario RPG style timed attacks to defend. It doesn't appear to be the case. Yes! Double slash! We're doing it a little early. He's using items to heal, as though to suggest to us that we do the same. Yes! Double slash! Double slash? Okay, when I go to Persona 3, I might have to, I would like to be able to hear the audio through my headphones. I'm hearing it through the TV right now. I don't want to risk fixing it for the PS1 game, though, because whenever I play PS1 games on my PS3, it really pisses my capture card off. But I'll try to fix it for Persona, and when I do, I may encounter a stream crash. So I'll give you all a heads up before that happens. If it crashes, it's no big deal. I can turn it back on pretty trivially. Defend heals you in this game. That's really cool, Knight. Good looking out, I didn't realize that. Kind of messed about Solus. There should be enough people that still need. No, I'm just warning that the stream might crash. Fancy little icons on the map that tell us where the exits are. I'm a fan of those and was sad to see them go away from Final Fantasy VIII and Final Fantasy IX as an option. I guess the argument is you should design your pre-rendered background in a way where it's obvious what the entrances and exits are, but that's not always easy to do. Especially at 9, there were some times where I would get stuck not knowing the way in or out of a map. It's a backwards compatible PS3. I bought this for Metal Gear Solid 4. That's why it pisses my capture card off so much when I switch, though. Because I think that when you... Like if I were to, right now, if I were to hit this and do quit game, and it goes back to the PS3 menu, it gets really confused, because I think it changes the encoding over HDMI when it's emulating the PS1. I think Yukupo is going to stay on the cause of Shenmue for now, which is an excellent choice. If you've never played Shenmue before, it is the most boring, most tedious, most amazing game ever made. I love Shenmue so much, and I say that it's boring with great love and affection, and that you have to go get a job as a forklift driver, and you have to go to the store, buy milk for your cat, and you don't want to disappoint Ine-san by coming home too late, even though there's no in-game consequences for doing so. It's, at one time it was the most expensive game ever made. Alright, Chaos. Yeah, if you guys are interested, I don't have this, like, obviously advertised anymore, but you can timestamp videos. It's bounty.marstead.com. Has the details of what you have to do. do it. Probably should have healed first, but I guess I can try defending. Basically, it does me a lot of good to have timestamps on my YouTube videos, because then they show up in search lists. Thank you, Chaos. Like if somebody searches for Legend of Dragoon first battle, and I have that in the timestamps, it'll show up. Okay, teach me. This is a cool way to teach us. A lot of games run into the problem of, how do I have a veteran or a smart character or a battle-savvy character and still have a tutorial? My answer is just don't worry about it, just give them the tutorial. Blue means too slow, white means perfect. Come on.
Yes!
Screwed up the second one. Yeah, it's 2-1.
Yes!
That's pretty good. Oh, really? I thought I got it the second time.
Yes! Go!
Wow.
Volcano!
Yeah, I can see why precision and the TV are very important for this game. You understand, Sir Cucumber. It's a game where you buy little capsule toys and hold them in your hand and rotate them. That's what Shenmue is. You go to the thing and you're like, I love these. Perhaps I'll buy another. No, maybe some other time. Those the easy combos? Oh, God. And this is a game it's not like Mother 3 where you can beat the whole game without ever using a combo, right? I'm guessing this one assumes that you're executing the combos correctly. Oh, I pressed a different button. Failure exposes you to attack and you're blown away multiple times.
Yes! Yes!
Oh, I see. They give us a second to respond. I think I'm taking real damage in this fight, so I have to be careful not to die here. Oh no, it resetted me back to 8. Okay.
Yes! Go!
I see. That's cool. No combos equals no Dragoon. Hey, Drunk Hunter, how you doing? That's, got counterattacks. I'm glad we did this little thing here. That's why we start at low health to learn defense, I think. Defend and wait for a chance. Defending helps recover HP and half the damage. Also completely protects against attacks that cause negative stats. That's interesting. There's a challenge in every JRPG of making defend an interesting command. It's not trivial. I like the way the Mother 3 does it, I like the way this game does it. Supposed to be selected from Edition system screen. Cannot change it in knowledge. Ah, I see, Cappy. I am fine. Yeah, that's cool, Aki. Really anything is better than just vanilla defend, in my opinion. Man, 1,000-Year Door, that'll be fun to play on stream. Try to figure out how anal this game is about, like, inspecting random shit and getting things out of it. After watching Andrea play Blue Dragon, I'm all paranoid that every little thing has an item in it, and maybe this game is not the case, which is actually a relief in a certain way. The thing with Blue Dragon is that, like, 98% of the things you inspect have like 10 gold in them or nothing at all. But every 2% has a really important item or these like unique metals that you can only find by inspecting random shit. Oh my god, I have to match the about everything. I'm gonna be at all effective. I've only ever played Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, the first one. I think my order of preference is Mario RPG, Paper Mario, Mario and Luigi, but that's without the context of the later Superstar Saga games. I'm pretty excited for that Paper Jam title. When does that come out? That's January, isn't it? Maybe we can do a launch night stream of that. I don't really have official room in the schedule right now to play a new release, even if I'm really excited about it, so I'm going to have to figure out a solution to that. I could do it on Free Play Wednesdays. I don't want to hose the games that have been selected for the voting spreadsheet for those. There are downsides to playing a game right when it comes out. Like when I tried doing Xenoblade Chronicles X, there were like 100 people there waiting for it to load at midnight. Many of them had many thousands of viewers. And the people who are themselves excited to play a new release often don't want to tune in, like even regulars, because they don't want to get spoiled. So there's merit in waiting. Playing it on the XKCD schedule will give it a few months on sale. Message from Emperor. Frugal guy is freaky looking. Looks like a combination of Asgore and King Hippo. We did a Mario RPG and a Paper Mario playthrough on stream. It's gonna move on to Thousand Year Door, but I think it'll just end up on the voting spreadsheet at this rate. World map, world map. Can I have a save on the world map? Yes. It's kind of a cool way of doing a world map. The Open Explorer version can actually be kind of frustrating depending on the game. Oh, I see. I think I have all of these available, right? I don't think I have to pick one. Use it. Covers half of maximum value of HP. See, that's an interesting mechanic. I don't know if I've seen a game do that. Or at least it's not in recent memory. I can go in the forest. Okay. Right. I think it's the forest we were just in, but basically where you have the healing potions scale with you instead of requiring you to get like high potions and X potions and so on. It has interesting design space in both directions. There's a yellow. Oh wait, green, yellow, red. Lion. Spiky. Alright, selling me an item that reduces the risk of encounters in the very first merchant. Well, I don't think the encounter rate is terribly high in this one. I will buy one for now. Welcome back, Goomba. Let's begin. Pretty cool combat transition. Doesn't have any form of no. Double checking, I think that you can only save traditionally on PS3 emulated titles. Jason. Alright, I'll read through these, why not? Attack items' basic damage determined by the magic power and attributes. Your stats affect the damage of magical items. 8 elements. Fire, water, wind, earth, light, darkness, thunder. I strive to figure out the most elegant elemental system, and I haven't found it. The closest is Final Fantasy XI's elemental system, in my opinion, which goes, let's see, wind beats earth, makes sense, beats lightning, got it, beats water, sure, beats fire, okay, beats ice, I'm on board, ice beats wind. Doesn't make sense. Hey, we're Plasma, thank you for the follow. Good to have you, welcome. Opposite attacking items, the enemy does, which of course it does. Here, when you select an enemy in battle, the window color lets you know which one. Okay. Perfect. That will be helpful. Fire, water, wind, earth, light, darkness. Is thunder just separate from that? Must be. Maybe thunder beats robots. That's typically the JRPG rule, right? Thunder versus robot. Really, Goomba? That's a bummer. I think you might like it. Go in there with your expectations tempered. It's a really good character movie. You know, think about your expectations and your standards for A New Hope. A New Hope really isn't that great of a movie. I know that's like anathema in nerd culture, but like it's a fun movie with cool characters and great quotable lines. We like it because of the characters and the nostalgia we associate with it. I feel similarly towards Force Awakens. Fire is red, okay. Water is blue, got it. Wind is green, on board. Earth is brown, pretty standard. Light is yellow, dark is dark blue, and thunder is magenta. How to use a multiplying item. Select the item command, and select an item with multi in the item description window and select the target. It's no different from other items. Multiplying item is used button icon is displayed in the bottom right. Oh, okay, so it's like the boost mechanic. Kind of, sort of, Final Fantasy VIII, although it doesn't look like it. You just hit it as much as you want. Don't wait for the X. Boost was an interesting idea. How do we solve the problem of some animations being too long and boring? Let's give the player something to do. Something really stressful to do. I think 9 had the right summon animation solution. You had an option where you can occasionally make summon animations short. Mechanic. I like that this game is a very active JRPG. It is a traditional turn-based JRPG, but you always have things to do. I appreciate that. That's what I like so much about Mother 3. The rhythm combat system in that game is very well done. Come again. Still would like to know, is this like a countdown to oh, that's pretty cool. You see that? So the little you are here icon above Dart is an indicator of how many steps we roughly have to take before a random battle is triggered. That's pretty cool. I like that.
Yes! Go! Volcano!
All that for 5 damage.
Yes! Go! Volcano!
Maybe it only has 5 hit points and it doesn't display overkill. That could also be true. Okay, no problem, Cappy. Thanks for the heads up. I will shoot you a message. You already know. You can overkill in this game? Is it tracked as a mechanic? I really actually enjoyed that about Final Fantasy X, the overkill mechanic, and how it gave you extra rewards for doing it. I guess the only problem is it was a snowball effect. If you were already strong enough to overkill things, you were getting even more experience. So we can see these assassin cocks are green, they're wind elemental.
Yes. Go. Volcano.
See, the circle button replaces an X button. I don't have to do it in addition to an X. That's helpful. I gotcha. Sure.
Yes. Go.
Keeps you guessing, so you're not just like getting into a muscle memory of the X button pressing. Oh my god. Cappy, thank you. Holy wow. That's I gotta hit the button. Thank you, Cappy, very much. I really appreciate that. I'll get you all hooked up. I'll send you your deets. Said it'll trigger next month. Hit the button.
Hype. You're super awesome.
Thanks. Appreciate that. Shit, man. I mean, I suppose if Discord ever goes under, I now can definitely afford to lease my own Mumble server, a TeamSpeak server, what have you. Yep, he 10 subbed earlier. Convinced Darkstar is sitting on my Patreon page, pressing F5. It looks like my Patreon alerts work just fine for new subs, but it doesn't alert me when pledges change.
Yes. Go. Yes. Go. Volcano.
Thank you, Cappy. Night, D-Rock. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sharing Vandal Hearts. That game is really, really good. I enjoyed it quite a lot. That's easily one of the best looking PS1 games I've ever seen, and one of the best introductions to an SRPG I've had. I tend to react pretty negatively to SRPGs. It's hard to do them well. Detonates my attack ball. Alright, see you, Goomba. Order in health. I have no time to deal with you. Okay. Memory of a dog attack? Oh, Dart's got history. Oh, Shauna. Childhood friend. Cult leader, oh god. I hope not. We're all family. We had somebody pop in chat like 6 months ago, a long time ago. Really sugar-addled with hyperactive kids saying oh, you need to have a name for for your followers. Okay, they're my followers. It's like, no, you gotta call them something like the Mars Squad. And I was like, I'm pretty sure I couldn't see his face. I've never seen Kami's actual face, but from the way he responded in chat, it's just like, have you seen that picture of the little girl with the look like, can you not?
Yes. Yes.
I hear that, Yukupo. I'm so excited to get back to a reasonable rent cost when Andrew and I moved to Mars Attacks is actually pretty nice. The hell are these stone robots? Oh, it's the tree was attacking with something.
Yes. Go. Volcano.
New Mexico is going to be like 4 times cheaper than California. Andrea's paycheck out here is obviously rent compensated. Doesn't make that big of a difference, but it still looks really ugly when you ever look at the amount each month. Permanent game slot to keep Dead Space on the schedule, jeez. Especially as a short game, it's pretty likely to get played. Yeah, Cappy, do you have a game in mind for your game slot? Walking on the map, stopping at the node that maybe splits off later. I think you said maybe. That's not a word. I had the right number of syllables I needed for my goofy song. Alright, this is an evil cock. An assassin cock.
Yes.
That's super. But we killed it anyway. Xenosaga, alright. Symmetry Trent. I'm guessing that's a misspelling-ish of treant. You either call it an ent or a treant. I haven't really seen Trent. You capo. I gotta find. I don't think anyone has a clip of it. Evil cock, an assassin cock, not just any cock.
Yes.
I've always wanted to find a YouTube clip of the scene. Oh, I should put it in the sound effects bank. Maybe I can add something else to it. The scene from the first Ninja Turtles movie, where like they're like getting out of the sewer slowly, and April says something like, "All I've got is like frozen pizza," and Michelangelo just shoots up out of the manhole, and it makes this hilarious like sound effect. And he's like, "Pizza." And that's what I envision whenever someone like hears something and spins around instantly to respond. I really got to get used to that circle button. That's hosed me now twice. I see the little prompt where it turns orange, and I press the button immediately instead of waiting. Anyone want a sock? That's actually pretty appropriate. Peak Peak continues to approach sentience. That's kind of cool. Use these buttons to zoom, get a better sense of where I am on the map. That was the same as the Legend of Zelda, the cuckoo sound. Gotta train myself, apparently that is the correct pronunciation is cuckoo. I always thought it was cuckoo. Yeah, I like that. Very clean. game is quite polished. I'm impressed with it. Usually the games made in the last couple of years of the console life cycle are the most impressive. I'm not terribly offended by it, and the reason is that a true open world map isn't really open. There's really only like 3 or 4 places you can go. So while you bumble about trying to find those places, you're getting into a bunch of random battles, which can just be frustrating. Now, Blue Dragon does it okay in that there's things to find on the open world map, other than just the next area to go to. And there are no random battles in Blue Dragon. It's more like Chrono Trigger, where they spawn on the map and then you have to initiate combat with them. I think that was a really good way to handle it. Oh man, Panzer Dragoon Saga. I had a friend in high school who was really into Panzer Dragoon. I never played it though. What school was that? He was someone who was a high school friend, but they haven't after school who played it. Alright, we got this game's equivalent of QTEs. Speaking of Shenmue, basically created the QTA for better or for worse. QTE stands for Quick Time Event. It's like you might know it from Resident Evil 4, where it's like a cutscene that you trigger things to happen in the cutscene by pressing a button at the right time. Some people, notably Yahtzee, as a Zero Motivation web series, really hates them, but I think that they're mostly cool. They can be done well. Kingdom Hearts does QTEs pretty well. Press button to start a cutscene. Panzer Dragoon Saga is a sequel to a different. It's like Panzer Dragoon Orta. Which one came first? Which is the chicken? Which is no? That's not. Which came first? Saga is like a traditional JRPG, but Orta is like a rail shooter. I've never played any Panzer Dragoon games, so I don't actually know. I shifted slightly in my chair, and Ben just came. There he is, blitzing. Like, you're feeding me, right? It's time to feed me. You're gonna feed me. Not yet, buddy. Have patience. Actually, I might give some time to run over by 5 minutes on Persona 3, so I can take a quick 5-minute break to feed him. He's getting very ornery. Who are you? I'm discovered. I was just gonna trigger a battle whenever I go in that direction. Rail shooter series of JRPG, but it's a rail shooter where you're like on a dragon. You're not like on a ship, right?
Yes!
Press the 2. Switch my vision to the TV too late.
Yes!
I do like that the early damage numbers are quite low. I'm sure that it gets out of control eventually, like every JRPG, but that's a really nice thing, I think, about Paper Mario. The numbers are so small, it's easier to kind of predict what's going to happen in combat. 10 damage is a shitload of damage. Cool. We'll chill the cats out. Marty also is big for food. He is on. Andrew's got this little shrine thing. He's sitting on it and staring at me from below the monitor. Ah, very good, Johan. Bonus merchant. We don't really need. We might, since we can't save state. We're playing on the actual PS3 here. probably can't stray too far from the save point. Revitalizes and recovers half of HP. Don't know what revitalizes means at this moment. Maybe it means revives, like if you're dead. Cappy. I think Mega Man has the record. Mega Man has 4 games on the spreadsheet. He was just saving all of his SP for that. Technically, I had originally set it up assuming that I was only gonna let like one person at a game per 2,000 cert points, but and I was like, oh, no one's gonna. Once someone adds a game, they're gonna spend all their points voting for it. Not the case. Incorrect. Night. Yeah, I assume so. This game has been fine about save points so far. I just don't think I'm gonna be able to stray too far, or at least I know that it's here, so I can return to it if needed time. Burn out. Let's. Oh yeah, they're pretty. Where we're supposed to go? Doesn't seem right. There's something else in this direction. Get some XP. Start to level up again. Yeah, I feel like as we play more and more Final Fantasies, the damage blow problem just gets worse and worse. And it starts earlier and earlier in the game. I think Final Fantasy X, some of your first attacks are already doing like 100 and something damage. Like, why do you even have those last 2 digits?
Yes! Go! Volcano!
If you don't screw up the parry, it actually makes the whole combo a little bit easier. You get some breathing room. I wish there was a button press on the defend. That always felt really good in Mario RPG.
Yes! Go! Volcano!
Or if I eventually get a counterattack possibility as well. That went really well. Kaihan's the best. My wife Andrea, when she talks about the stream, I need to figure out a pitch. Explain like, you know how on Reddit there's explain like I'm 5? I need to explain like I'm grandma pitch for Twitch for all the people who don't get it. Probably tough enough to explain it as just something that you do. But if you're like a streamer and you're trying to make it into your job, there are 3 automatic questions. 1, people will actually watch that. 2, and you get paid to do that. And 3, so you're just sitting around playing video games all day. Yes, yes, and yes, although the third one's a little more complicated. You did, Spiky? Oh, awesome. I'm jealous. That was super cool. Sir Cucumber. I'm playing Petrus for my rich Arabian friends. Really? I was able to sneak. Wow, that guy is not the most astute observer. I thought that I could go down there. The dangers of pre-rendered backgrounds, much as I love them. actually a pretty... Oh, game proved us wrong. There was another save point within 8 minutes. Look at that, it was even less than 8 minutes. Okay, let me fight this guy real quick. This is about when we stop Vandal Hearts. I had to look at the stream title again. I swear to God, I can't remember those 6 game names. So I got one for Vagrant Story. It's Homeless Guy in Final Fantasy Tactics, but it's Vandal Hearts. Graffiti SRPG.
Yes! Tell! Go!
It's actually a pretty funny XKCD comic that talks about, like, different actors that have kind of similar names. He phrases it as like a tournament between them.
Yes! Tell!
But I would often get those different actors confused as well. Okay, perfect. That's perfect timing. So I got a couple things I have to do. I have to go feed the cats, and then I have to dork around with... 1 second. Andrea from Orlando, she forgot the time difference. Ben, I know you're so hungry. We're gonna take care of that here in a second. Anyway, I go feed the cats, then I have to do some shenanigans to get the PS2 to work. So here's my warning. Stream might crash. OBS might crash when I switch to the PS2. I'll give the time back to Persona, don't worry. But if it goes down, just give it a minute. I'll update in chat when it comes back online, and you may have to refresh, but I will try to avoid having it crash. Thank you.
Thoughts provoked a new era. Become a better, but my only rival is my shadow rewind and play back if it's my own error. Get low to the ground, it's getting better like I told you before. Double up a dead road cheddar. L to the J, say stay lazy, here's my car, me with a flush. And I'm the